I came from the mud. There's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree. There's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon. They sing on a sleepless night. Try to catch me howling at the moon.
What's up, buddy?
What time is it?
Time to go kill some birds.
Turkey this time, baby.
Yes.
Get it happening. What's going on?
Howdy.
Howdy. Ready to kill some birds?
I am ready to kill some birds.
I'm so ready. You know what's funny is it's just like 2 years ago when we went just rainy and everything. It's gonna be freaking perfect now. What's this?
This is the new bat reverse. Mine's all set up. You still got to put yours together.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get out of here.
Aaron.
Nice to meet you.
Matt, Blake, Aaron.
Pull it off in the ditch. After Dad.
House was finished, the first part of this house was finished in 1890.
Well, I'm going to tuck it back. It's backwards right now.
Up here where I'm at, you know, have you seen Yellowstone? It's all 4.6s. Yeah. I'm 24 miles from 4.6s.
Yeah, let's tell them.
So about a week before Turkey Fest started, Gordon with Hunting with Soldiers contacted me. He had seen a Facebook post with the American flag pot calls from JAG, and asked if I could bring a few down to give to the veterans that were hunting that weekend. And I barely even got the message read and said, I'm on it. I contacted the guys over at JAG Calls, said, hey man, I need 3 of these to take down for the veterans that are hunting that weekend. And it's a little special for me because I had 2 grandfathers that both served in the military, one in the Army and one as a Navy gunner in World War II. So any chance I can take to show my appreciation to the veterans, I'll do it any day of the week.
But anyways, we got one thing HuntCo brought with us. Matt, can you come up here? This Facebook, and we thought, man, our vets got to have this. We got them a turkey call. Right there. Thank you.
You're on camera.
Now, those do not call in Yankee. You got to use a Texas drawl.
Y'all.
That's right. You got to have y'alls at the end of it. But anyways, we want to thank all of you for having us and our veterans. You know, we.
Because I didn't think it was up there on Saturday. I didn't even.
has not been gobbling like it.
everybody. It's our last afternoon. It's Friday afternoon. Tomorrow we'll only get to hunt till 1, I think. Or we have to have a bird turned in by 1 o'clock. We're kind of changing around plans a little bit. Blake's going to go out with a shotgun, try to run and gun, chase them down. But after last night, missing that Jake, I decided to come back here tonight and try to get back on those Jakes at least. If not, that big bird I had come in or go by last night, try to at least get him up here. So hopefully it goes about like last night did, except I actually hit one. So we'll see how it goes though.
I just ran after him.
I don't know how much of that I got on film, if any of it, but I was waiting on him to come out closer to the decoy, but he stopped, and I was like, I'm not giving it any chances. 20 yard shot, I hit him. He was still walking pretty good, but I knew I hit him. But he walked a little ways and got out to 30 yards. And just like 2 years ago, close-up shot, I don't get a good shot. Second shot, I nail him. And at 30 yards, I put it right behind came up right just behind or in front of his back leg and went up just past his beard. But man, I'm wore out. This has been a rough weekend. We have been busting our butt out here, chasing, running, and all the big birds, the big gobblers, are henned up, and they stay henned up from the time they leave the roost to the time they go to roost. So it's not been easy trying to get them by themselves. So we have this group of like 8 jakes running around, and I said from last night, I said, if Jake comes in, I'm busting him. Well, he was the first Jake that got close to the decoy and got in my range. So it is what it is. Everybody else right now is struggling out here. I think there's only been three birds taken, and that was one for each team. So if a team only has one bird, one average size or decent sized bird, 2 jakes may be able to add up to their score, if not beat their score. So I'm going to sit here for a little while longer. Another jake comes out, I'm going to bust him too. And we'll see how it goes. Stay tuned. Round 2. Sounds like we got some more coming up behind us. I'm not sure what happened there. My arrow went like that. He's right back here. If he can come just a little bit closer, I can get him. But I cannot find my rangefinder in here anywhere. So I'm going back tonight to the house, and I'm going to shoot my bow. Because it's never tailed like that. And this thing's been riding around in the back of a side-by-side all weekend. So I'm wondering if something didn't get knocked off. But we have a bird going to roost right back here behind us, and he's a big bird. Well, we didn't do too awful bad. We ended up Blake leaving with longest spurs on his bird. I think we placed 5th, so not a bad weekend. Like I said, anytime you can be in Texas hunting, that's a joy on its own. But one of the things that made this weekend a little cooler was the ranch that we were hunting. The ranch, from the day it was settled to today, has only had 2 families that owned it. First family was the family that settled the place, named Sanzenbacher, and then now Forrest family owns it. So getting to hear the history of that place and what all is on it was absolutely mind-boggling. So here it is. I can't remember everything about it. There was so much history on that piece of property. I'm just going to let Forrest tell it.
Area between here and those other trees over there along Buffalo Creek. Settled in 1873. Johann Sanzenbacher left Germany, immigrated through Philadelphia, went to the gold rush in California, and then ended up here in 1873 and settled this parcel of land. Now we don't know whether he came through this part of the country on the way to California, or he left California and came back through, but he planted his roots right here. And eventually more Sanzenbachers came over. He was a bachelor, never married, never had any kids. His nephew joined him, and when the nephew got here, nephew sent for his newlywed wife, who was in Germany. Said, "Yeah, can you imagine? It's not you call. Yeah. That's not you call anybody on the phone.
Yeah,
you know, it's not like, hey man, you know, drop me a pin where you're located." And Lucy came, so it was Chris and Lucy, which was his nephew, and his wife, and they had 10 kids.
Holy cow!
Had 10 kids, and this is what we call the twins' grave. So Johnny and Chris died. They were right as infants. Out of the 10, I think 4 or 5 survived, and so this is Johnny and Chris's grave. So I've never been able to find, walking through here, anything that looked like a dugout or any kind of disturbance or anything that would look like that. But the thing we've always thought about is you're not going to bury your children very far from where you were. And so back here you can see the original stones laid out. Yeah. Stones laid out for the grave. And so they, you know, once they got established, you know, working the land down here, that's when they decided to build the house up there on top of the hill. So you went from basically living in the prairie in a dugout to that house in a matter of 15 years. Jeez. Isn't that wild? Talk about settling in 1873. I mean, the Comanche were still coming back across the Red River, making raids in this part of the country. Now, the last of the Comanches, there's about 3,000 left by that point, and the reservations had been put up. They were starting to move them onto the reservations. Quanah Parker and his band of Comanches were still running all over West Texas, and then even making raids coming back across here. So it's very interesting, to me anyway, interesting country. Oh, yeah. For sure. And there's several more graves and historical sites scattered across the ranch. But since we were right here by this, I thought you might want to see it, because this is where it all started.
That is cool. Now, where are the original graves, or have you found them?
Well, that's the original.
Oh,
that's the original.
No, I mean like the original people that found this.
Yeah, Johann is buried in another cemetery on the ranch. Okay. That is about 2 miles north of where we are right now.
Cool.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, that'd be cool to have a piece of property that has that kind
much.
of
yeah.
That kind of lineage.
We've got a tomb which is the craziest thing a tomb. Well, I'm talking about a tomb.
That's cool.
We've got the grave of the unknown cowboy, cemetery, Secret Springs, which was a little town that was on the ranch, Secret Springs School. Right when you guys came in through that cattle guard,
Right.
you made the right, came in on the across the cattle guard.
Yeah.
To the right is where Secret Springs School was until the 30s.
So I want to give a special thank you to our sponsors. They make it able for us to get to go to this event every year. The entry fee for Turkey Fest is a certain amount of sponsor product donated for the silent auction at the end of the weekend. So again, thank you to all my sponsors that sent product down for us. We greatly appreciate it, and hope to see you again next year.
Thank you.